Hi everybody, welcome back to Prison Architect. We return to our Women's Federal Correctional Institute in Upper State New York, the ladies' prison. That's right, we're back. We have a lot of stuff to do. Last couple episodes, I spent a lot of time getting upset, a little bit upset. Not as upset as the ladies will be today, though, with 74 hours of all visitation being removed. They still have 74 hours to endure without being able to see their families. They're going to be pretty annoyed about this. Also, it looks like the prison is a goddamn mess because we're low on janitorial staff and possibly we don't have anybody working in the... No, we do. We have cleaning cupboard. Jesus Christ. The cleaning cupboard is meant to be staffed by a lot of people. But it is currently not. And it looks like we might need also a cleaning cupboard for these different areas of the prison as well. Unless we send staff into there. We have 5 janitors right now. Okay, so what are we saying then? Should we up the limit of janitors as well? We definitely have a cleaning cupboard in MaxSec. And actually, MaxSec is like pretty good. But there's this staff area that's not going to be cleaned by the people in MaxX. So the rest of it is all clean, more or less, except this hallway is not very clean. I don't know what this stuff is, actually. It's like some greasy residue or something. Maybe it's like the cooks are leaving all this greasy residue behind and the prisoners are just flat out refusing to sweep it up or mop it up or whatever. And it looks like we have some damage down here still, too. We need some concrete floor down here to replace some of these. Look at this. What a mess. There's still lots of burnt out, busted out floors and stuff after the great big fire of whatever year it was. I'm not even sure what year it was. But anyway, there was a fire. Sadly, some people died in their cells as well. And some damage has still not been repaired, including emotional damage. The emotional toll has been high. Okay, well, let's say anyway, let's get a couple more janitors in because it looks like we need them. We're going to get 5 more janitors, okay? We're going big. All right, we got to get this place cleaned up. Not only because people need to have like a clean environment to live and work and breathe and get on with their incarcerated lives, but also in like 73 hours when visitors are allowed to come back into this place, holy crap, are they going to be surprised at how clean it was since the last time they visited. And then we don't have to have like any sort of explanation for why the prison was closed. They can just safely assume that we closed it down so that we could clean it up and make it better for next time. Does that sound like a plausible thing? I'm hoping that it does. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Okay, so the workshop is open to anyone. Currently it has 19 people potentially working in it. Okay, we wanted the workshop to be normal sec, okay? Because these guys are in here for like a bit longer. So I guess we're going to have to find a place to put the new workshop. We're going to have to put it in normal sec somewhere. We also have some space here to make new cells. We made this space like last time, and we were working on some of this stuff as well. This is where we were going to put possibly some, solitary confinement. We were going to put some solitary confinement in here, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. The prison population normal sec is going to be quite big pretty soon, and also these people do occasionally try to kill each other as well. So it's another thing that we're going to have to be careful about. What the hell is going on here? What's with all these like little tiles that aren't done? Like I didn't mean to leave these, but I guess I've just left some of them and now they're really annoying me and now I'm going to have to go through and fix each and every one of them. Is this one getting fixed? Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. Do we need some more concrete floors like around here? Is there any more like burn damage? No, it doesn't look like there's that much burn damage. Okay, perfect. How are we getting on inside this kitchen? Are we meeting the quotas that we need, or do we need to expand this out a little bit as well? We have quite a few prisoners in here now. We have 102 prisoners that we're trying to feed each and every day, and I'm not sure if we're quite meeting that quota. It looks like we're getting pretty close though, but maybe we could just do with having a couple of more ovens and freezers and cooks maybe? Like how many cooks do we have right now? We have 10 cooks for 6 ovens, and then we have like a bunch of sinks as well. Okay, you know what? Maybe we can, well, I'll tell you what though, look, it's not even eat time yet, it's still sleep time, and these guys are just beavering away getting all the meals ready, and it looks like we might be able to do this. Okay, 2 hours time, we have 6 new minimum security prisoners arriving as well. This is very good, and also more of this stuff. Jeez, okay, let's fix that as well. Great. Okay, I'm going to have to get really aggressive here in order to get a lot of this stuff sorted out. But you know what? It's fine. Okay, this shop is too small. We're going to need a bigger shop. We're going to make a big shop somewhere that's accessible by everybody. Where could that possibly be? I'm thinking like maybe down in here somewhere would be good. We could get like a big shop here. We can make it bigger than the last one. We only have 5 grand, so we're not going to be able to build it just yet. So we'll just leave this one as it is for now. This is a good spot for the workshop. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to just get rid of the shop and this library here. I mean, this library isn't even a library. Nobody can even use any of this stuff yet because nobody's smart enough to do it. So let's get rid of all this crap here, okay? We don't want anyone working in here right now. It doesn't look like anybody is going to be working in there. And the workshop, we definitely don't want to have max sec guys working in here, okay? So we're going to say medium security only, okay? And that might mean that the shop is going to have to close down. But you know what? No big loss there. It's a small shop. It's probably only pulling in like 30 bucks a day, if that. I would be surprised if it was making even 30 bucks a day. I don't think it makes 30 bucks a day. How are we doing in max sec? When these women wake up in the morning, it looks like they've got one thing on their mind, and that's showering. And that's good, because it's a forced shower time. They can mill around inside their cells a bit, have a bit of a shower time. We're going to get some guard patrols and stuff in here as well to make sure that these people aren't like misbehaving and stuff. Let's see what our needs are like. Okay, overall, we've got needs for family. That's to be expected, okay? Visitation's been removed for some time now. Recreation is a little bit of a feature as well. Some people are not too happy with the amount of recreation available to them. It looks like maybe there's not that much recreation available. So I guess what we could do then, for recreational purposes, is maybe get like a pool table inside the canteen. That's always a favorite of mine. I like to do that. I like to put a pool table inside the canteen. People can do that. And you know what? Let's also, we got a couple of spare TVs. So let's get some TVs dotted around in here as well. Like maybe in the canteen, like we can have a TV here. And then people can just watch some TV as well. It's got like an area of effect now, a TV. Like when it's installed, if you mouse over it, you'll see this square. And that means that like, you know, up to 9 people or something are able to watch TV, which is pretty good. All right, new prisoners have arrived. It looks like we're doing an intake. Let's see what they look like. Okay, it looks like all of these MinSec prisoners don't have anything untowards about them. They don't have any traits or anything. None of them seem to be like ex-law enforcement or snitches or anything, so we don't need to worry about saving their lives. We have protective custody here. Protective custody is currently occupied by 3 women, 1 with child. It's, of course, Alexis Batty. She's in here with her child, just slowly cradling and nursing her child inside this nursery. This is the protective custody nursery, so that's pretty good. And then we got Rennie and Crease just sort of milling around, thinking about bacon, thinking about what was possibly in that slop that they just ate for their breakfast, and just generally not being like overly happy about the slop and the bacon and stuff like that. Do we need some more lights down here? We got lights here. It feels like it's like a little bit dark here and possibly here. So let's just get some lights installed as well for these ladies, okay? They need to be able to see what they're doing. It looks like the prison is slowly becoming much cleaner. This is good. Look, all of these janitors have paid off. It cost us a little bit of money to put these janitors in to play in the first place, but you know what? I think it's been worth it. Okay, perfect. Now, next, we're going to do a quick build, and we're going to clone up some cells. That's right, we're going to clone up these cells here, and we're going to shove them in here. Is that big enough hallway? Yeah, it seems to be a big enough hallway, actually, so this will be good. We're going to be able to fit a whole bunch of new cells here. They're going to cost about 600 bucks each, but the money that we're going to make from intake is going to be pretty top class. Good. Okay, we still have like almost 3,000 bucks left over after that as well. So let's get the boys in. We're going to get, well, and the girls too. I'm sure that there's a couple of girls working as construction workers in the prison as well. Who knows? Maybe they're all girls. I say boys just because it's like, you know, maybe I'm a bit sexist actually, and I just assume that, you know what though? Maybe I'm not, because look, it looks like a lot of, no, there's a lot of girls here actually. They're all girls except for this guy. A workman. I wonder if does it say workman? Oh, maybe it's not just me who's sexist then. Maybe the game is as well. Look, I don't think that that's a man, but actually the title is workman, so there you go. Perfect. All right, well, let's get these cells set up anyway. We got 1 min sec and 1 normal sec arriving in 21 hours time, which is great. And that's soon to be even more because we're building up all these new cells and we're going to get all these people in here and it's going to be fantastic. Oh, nice. Okay, another thing that we could do, the shop isn't really working right now, so we're going to set it to normal sec as well. So we're going to make our 30 bucks a day, okay? And we're going to get normal sec to work it so that they can work in here, inside the workshop, and also in the shop. And then this library can go because it doesn't need to be here anymore. It's not even, nobody can even work there. And we need to make sure that, oh, look at this! But hang on a second. Why are all these people, it's all minimum security that are doing the learning. Oh my god, okay. Well, you know what? That's fine. We can reform them and we can get them out on parole and that'll make us some money too. I think today, like alone, we've had 2 people released on parole and that's like $6 grand in the bank. So that's pretty good. Okay. Let's just like up that then. So we've definitely got our foundation education program running. The thing is though is that minimum security people tend to come into the prison for like a very short amount of time. So we're going to teach them foundation education and then we're going to release them. And that they're not going to do us any good in the prison because they're going to be released. But on the off chance that once in a while a norm or a max sec person goes to the class and learns something and becomes some sort of valuable asset to the prison, we're going to keep the program running. Okay, perfect. All right, so parole hearings. We have 12 in the queue. Let's up the amount of parole hearings to 6 a day. So from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m., we're going to have people potentially doing parole hearings. So that's going to be 6 a day. We're going to clear through this backlog and, of course, at the same time, make a whole bunch of money. The only reason we're getting MinSec people in here right now is so that we can make a ton of money off them getting parole and getting out of here early. We process them, we cash those fat checks, and the rest is history. We laugh our way to the bank, and then also after the bank is done, the meeting and stuff, we laugh our way out of the bank, and just generally we're laughing all the time because we have so much money and we're so happy about how much money we're making here in this prison right now, and it's really good. Okay, perfect. So 6 a day, that'll be nice. Deployment wise, from it was at 10 until or 6 until 2, wasn't it? So from 6 until 10 we've got people in here, but we're gonna also need to have them in here as well. We want to have a guard in the parole thing, making sure that, you know, shit is like going down the way it's meant to, because sometimes you get into these parole meetings and if there isn't a guard in there, standing guard with a taser at the ready or whatever, we could have civilians getting murdered, which is no good, of course. We do not want to have any murdered civilians. And even worse than that, potentially, we could have the prisoner puking and shitting all over the place, which is also something that we don't want happening. And if we have a guard in there, I feel like, you know what? We're in good shape. The guard will make sure that none of this stuff happens. Wait. Did we have some spare cookers? Looks like we have some spare fridges as well somehow. Don't ask me how, but anyway. Okay, we're going to install 2 new ovens, 2 new fridges, and we're going to hire on 2 more cooks as well. Okay? Just to make sure that the super kitchen is working at peak efficiency and that we're meeting all of the demands for people's nutritional needs. You know what I mean? Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, and programs-wise as well, we've got parole hearing, parole kitchen and safety hygiene, we don't need to. Carpentry apprenticeship. Well, look at this. We have 2 interested and qualified. We can finally start chipping away at the carpentry apprenticeship program grant that we have that's going to give us 10 big ones when it's all done. Very worth it, I would say. All right. Okay, let's schedule this up. Sadly, we can't. It looks like we can't actually schedule that one up for some reason, and I'm not sure why. It has 500 per session, 5 places, 5 sessions, a complex trade skill. So we need to be led by a foreman, 2 hours. Each prisoner requires a carpenter table, voluntary, practical, advanced. I wonder if we can't do it because we don't have anybody within the deployment area qualified to do it, and that could be a thing. We might need to like think about that and maybe do something about that later. Hey, look, what's this? We've got this kitchen up here that I'm not sure we actually need to have that kitchen up there, but you know what? We'll just leave it for now. But mark my words, that kitchen, we're gonna move to get rid of this kitchen and maybe expand the canteen into the area that this kitchen is in, because we got the super kitchen now and I feel like it's doing the job. You know, the thing is, logistics wise, they're just gonna have to cook the food a little bit earlier if it's gonna take them some time to like just march, you know, a big heaving, steaming gallon of gruel or whatever down this hallway up here and then up into this canteen to serve it up. I mean, maybe we can just like be a bit smarter about this and centralize a lot of this stuff later, but like for now, let's just not be smart and not centralize it, and then we'll just have a ton of problems like later on instead. That would be good, right? I mean, this here could just be like a, you know, a big central kitchen. We can move that kitchen like into this central location here, and then we can have like hallways, dedicated hallways, so that they could just get to like the canteens that they need to get to. But we can't afford to do that now. This area is all outside. Putting the foundations down in this area here is going to cost us a couple thousand. We only have like $6,710. But lucky for us, we're making like $6,730 a day. And we have this whole forestry area here too. And everything seems to be going pretty well so far, so that's nice. Okay, deployment-wise, let's see. We have 2 guards deployed here. We should have them here like at all times though, really, and it looks like we do. But I think what we want is we want guard patrols. We want the guards to patrol like up and down these areas here, because this is max sec, right? We're gonna need lots of guards like in here patrolling around max sec. We've got a guard patrolling this hallway for some dumb reason. I don't think we actually need him there. Okay, we've got another guard patrolling this hallway here, which I'm not sure is really necessary. We got guards patrolling up and down in here as well. Let's just like add to this route, and then maybe we can have like 2 guys on this one, and then we can have like another patrol here as well. Okay, perfect. All right, and in terms of dog patrols, we've got a dog patrol there, a dog patrol up here. Oh yeah, we added this dog patrol here and we caught people escaping. That was really good actually. And then we're gonna probably need to have like, I don't know, I feel like maybe we should have the dog patrol like come down here as well. Add another dog patrol to it, and then we're gonna probably have to also have one like here too, just to cover this side too. So how many dog guys do we have right now? Dog guys. We need more dog guys. Okay. We're definitely gonna need some more dog crates for the dogs, and then we're gonna hire on a couple more dog guys as well. We currently have 4, but we're gonna have like, I don't know, 6, 8 maybe. We can afford it. Okay, we're gonna have 8 dog handlers, okay? Because we want to make sure that nobody else escapes from here. It's bad enough that like 15 people escaped in one go at one point, and then we had that issue as well where somebody was just standing out here and then they escaped. That was terrible. We need to make sure that that never happens again. Okay, staff only then out here. I think so, yeah. This can all be staff only too. This whole area over here is kind of like staff only. And then of course we have staff room up here with, wait a second. No water going to this toilet. Unbelievable. These people have not been able to go to the toilet for some time now, it turns out, and it's all my fault. Okay, let's run some pipes up into here. Okay, and then let's get the small pipe. We need to make sure that the flush is substantial on the staff room toilet, okay? Above all else, we need to make sure that that's a thing. I wonder if our staff room could be do with like being made a bit bigger, and also possibly like, you know what? Check this out. I'm gonna put a staff door here as well, okay? So that people who are working in this wing can get into the staff room easier from here. And then security is right next door, so that's pretty good. They don't have to go far to get to the staff room to have a little rest, so that's nice. But this could, like, solve a couple of problems for us. You know, these people who are working up here, we could also make it so that the dog handlers and stuff don't need to go all the way around here. We can make it so that they can get into the prison, like, from here. Wow, check this out. What if we were to put, like, a little jail door, like, right here, okay? And then we go into utilities here, and we put a servo where we're gonna put this door as well. Hook that up. And then these guys have like quick access from out here into here, back into the staff room, and then out again. Or do they? I think actually they might come down into the kennel to rest. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. Okay, so let's get some concrete floor here so that it looks nice. And how is the rest of the prison looking? Pretty good. Parole is like kind of sorted out, so this is pretty good. It looks like we had a class going before as well. Wow, look at all of this. Look at how many people are in here just hanging out. There's nothing for them to do in this canteen right now because we put all of these phone booths into the nursery, which they don't need to be there. I mean, we only need like one phone booth here. What was I thinking? Did I spend money on this as well? We're gonna have to dismantle all of these and put them somewhere more sensible, because right now they have to wait for free time to get on it, and actually it would be better if, look, we can go one better even. Look, we can get some brick walls like down here as well, like this. And then I'm thinking like, let's also like close this off as well so that we can get a metal detector. Oh man, I feel like this is like really coming along now really well. Like this is good. We can even have like another entrance like over here or something too. Like that would be good, but we'll figure it out anyway. But okay, so let's dismantle all of these phone booths from the nursery, okay? There's only like 3 people in this nursery right now, so 1 phone is gonna be enough for them. And then with all of these phones that we have left over, let's like line them up along the wall down here, okay? We'll get like some nice little phone booths for these ladies in case they want to do some telephoning or whatever. We can set up some chairs for them to relax while they're on the phone as well. That could be kind of nice. People like to relax a bit. We could even get like a pool table for them like up here so that they can, you know, play some pool just after they've finished eating or whatever, and that should be fine. Okay, cool. Nice. I think that that's a little bit better actually. And then of course we've got this metal detector now. We close off the kitchen, so now when people come in here, how come there's no electricity going in there? How come there's no electricity going into like either? Is this like overloaded or something? No. What's going on? Oh, I see. It's like they've never had electricity here. Okay, sure. Okay, we're gonna have to install some wires. Maybe I accidentally like got rid of them or something, but these cells just do not have electricity right now. All right, well, fair enough. We're gonna sort that out. Okay, in 9 hours time, we have 10 normal security and 2 minimum security arriving. We're gonna have to get our CI in and check out to see like if there's any bad girls, I should say actually, bad girls coming in that we need to protect or whatever. But things are definitely looking better. Having all of those extra janitors has definitely helped. Look at this, the whole place is like spiffy clean now. We still have 55 hours remaining before we can get visitation back up and running, which is fine. That gives us enough time to actually save some money for visitation and eventually... Wait, is this secure though with this door here? I suppose it is, because we got the large jail door here, and I guess what we'd like to also do is probably just like... I can't even afford to build the walls. Oh my god. Okay, well at least there's like a door back here as well. And then I guess this one can be hooked up now to the door control system. Okay, let's connect this up. Even though the only people coming in here should have keys already, but still, it's worth it. Okay, great. All right, well let's leave it there then. It's been another somewhat productive day in Prison Architect, in our women's prison. We've gotten a couple of things sorted out. We still have lots of things to sort out, don't get me wrong, but you got to start somewhere, and I feel like we're making some good strides in the right direction. We're getting things sort of running like clockwork. We're upping our intake. We're hopefully increasing our turnover prisoners as well. We have 16 prisoners now up for parole, so tomorrow, hopefully we can make like however much money we can make off like 6 parole hearings being completely successful, and the fact that we have guards pacing around in there as well be pretty good. And now that we have the classroom as well, we can start doing the taser rollout too, which will be pretty useful, especially as the population of prisoners grows in this area and they become more and more frustrated with being in this area. And then of course we have Lila Griffith over here as well, who is probably... Yeah, she is. She's still, look at this, she's still sleeping. She's in solitary for 19 more hours. And this is following her drill killing a couple of inmates. 2 max sec prisoners were killed by Lila Griffin single-handedly with 1 power drill. Unbelievable. So as soon as she gets out of solitary, we have to be careful because she's probably going to start whipping all the prisoners up into a frenzy and causing problems and stuff, and so on and so forth. Great. All right, well, as usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time!